So if you look at the tank that is at the bottom, all these three tanks at the bottom, they take a really long time. In my experience, I have found out that these fishes at the bottom rack take a really lot of time to bond and trust you, because as you generally walk around, I guess they see you as a predator, right? I mean, you're just walking around and you're looking up, looking down from above. And in my personal experience, I have found the fish that is kept at the bottom takes a really lot of time to settle down, especially discus, as they are like very very prone to stress, or something that's very delicate and very shy. Right? So this is my first rack that I had planned. So I have three. This rack consists of 3 rows here, and I'm hosting around 9 tanks. Okay. Now, after learning from this experience, I then set up this particular rack on the other side. So you see, I was very aware about the mistake I did on the first time, which is why I kind of increased the length or the height. So it starts, and this is a very ideal height for us to, start our rack. You can always plan something at the bottom, right? You can keep your fish supplies. You can plan to keep your driftwoods. Essentially, this particular empty space is never going to become a waste for you, right? Now at this level, I have seen it's neither too tall, right? So it doesn't get really awkward as it goes high. Now at your knee level, your fishes slowly start to trust you, and they no longer see you as a predator. So it gets more easier for the fish to settle down here. So what I do is, in my farm, I keep my new stock, relatively new stock, at the other side of the rack that I showed you. Obviously, yes, it takes a little bit of time for them to recover from the stress and trust and all that. But as soon as I, have this gut instinct that they are doing okay, I move them to this particular rack, one of these tanks here, right? So it is the ideal height to start, and I personally prefer discus fish that is at your chest level or your face level. That is the most ideal range in which you can keep your discus tanks, right? You can always have your hands on in the tank, and your fish will also bond with you very, very fast compared to fishes that are there at the bottom. Now, to be really honest with you, even this wasn't a very ideal experience for me, because as you see this particular rack, I'm not even sure if you're able to see the complete view. This has gone a little above, right? Which is why I made my third rack, which is at the center of my den. I thought I will slightly decrease the level from which I start my rack. Right? You see, this is the tank. This is the point where it starts, and it kind of ends all the way over there. So it's neither too low nor too high for me to kind of interact and feed and spend time with discus. But if you ask me personally, yes, fishes at your hip level and chest level and face level, kept next to you, will thrive and give you that extra glow always, and they will quickly bond with you and trust with you. Fishes at the very top also will do really well, but as a hobbyist or as a keeper, right, as a fish keeper, it gets a little difficult for you to observe and monitor, or maybe even clean and feed and stuff like that. Anyway, and you see, this is yet another tank that I made during the same time as I did the first rack. You see, right now I have kept I have reserved this space for fish supplies, and right now I have kept driftwoods, and this is how it is right now, and this is how it will be in the den with this particular rack. And trust me, if you create more space, you can even plan to have a sump system or something like that. So yeah, that's my few cents about how to plan your your rack layout in your aquarium farm, in your aquarium. And one more thing is, I personally like to have my setup on the left, center, and on the right, because I'm always acting from the center, so I feel like I'm in the middle of everything that's happening around me. That way I can, keep interacting with my fish, and the fish can also see me. It gets really easier, right? So anyway, thank you so much. Peace.